Virginia to be. That's where you'll discover my dad. Could get away.
Hello, welcome. Hopefully it's running okay. Hi, welcome to another live stream. I'm currently here at Glenwood Cemetery. I haven't been to this cemetery yet, so I figured we'd come say hi. Let me adjust this maybe a little bit. There we go. But how are you guys doing today? I hope everybody's having a good day. Hi Chris, how are you doing? We're doing good. Everybody's doing really well here. We're at a new cemetery though. I haven't been to this cemetery before. This is the one literally right down the street from my house. But this is the Glenwood Cemetery. I did a little walk around. It's your pretty standard cemetery. They're all a little different though. This one's kind of cool. It's got some interesting names that you don't see. But I've noticed this direction is mostly older graves, and then if you go this way, it's mostly newer graves. So we're gonna walk around. I've got my spirit radio and I got an EMF meter, and that's all I have today. So I figured this would be plenty for a nice little cemetery walk around. We haven't done one of these in a long time. Hi Marilyn, I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Oh, you have relatives in the cemetery. Okay. It's a nice little cemetery. It's a little different though, like, because you have like, here, I'm going to swing you around. It should have went the other way. This whole open space. Like the graves are way up there and they go around in an L shape, which is kind of interesting. I guess there's a lot of room, but yeah, it's a nice cemetery. It's pretty. Oh, you're welcome, Chris. But yeah, I figured we'd walk around. I've got an EMF meter that's constantly going off. I don't know what would be causing that. It's not the phone. So yeah, this is an interesting development though. Oh, now it's not going off. The EMF usually doesn't go crazy when I'm in a cemetery. Now I'm curious. Yeah, no. I don't know. We'll have to test that out. Usually the EMF doesn't go crazy like that. But also I don't have the hearse today. I brought the wife's car because the hearse has a bad tire. I have the original tires from 1995. Well, I did. I have one more tire left from 1995 that is currently doing like a death wobble, and I need to get a new tire on it. So we don't have the hearse today, but we're still gonna walk around, look at this beautiful cemetery, and see if anybody wants to talk to us. I think I did, Chris. I'm up to like, I think 969 subscribers, I think. So we're 30 more away, right? No, yeah. Yeah, and I want to find, I forget the name now all of a sudden. But I know the people that owned my house originally in the 1800s, the land, and then built the barn in 1900 are buried here. I do not remember their name though. I'll have to look it up later. Because we'll be back here. I literally live like a block away. Well, thank you, Chris. Well, here, we'll start out though. We'll see if anybody wants to say anything. So if there's anybody here, you can use this radio to talk to me. Can you tell me what your name is?
When I contact the head of one Iowa. Okay. On a message board. How much did you?
Okay. I heard okay, but yeah. If you're not familiar, this is what we call a ghost radio or a spirit box. I make these. Basically, there's a circuit in here that makes it scan, but it doesn't scan in a line. It scans, it jumps channels all over the place, so it makes it kind of random. The theory is that spirits can use that to talk to us or tell us like words. Yeah, I don't know, let's walk around maybe and just get a feel for the place. I kind of did already. I walked a little bit, but yeah, I'll show you guys around. I'm gonna flip the camera around. Let's see. Whoop. There we go. And I'll try not to like jostle it too much, and we'll just walk around and see what we can find. Let's see. There we go. Might have to move the tripod a little bit. It's too tall. I haven't done one of these though in quite a bit, so bear with me a second. Okay. So we'll just walk around and just kind of look at things. There are some really interesting headstones here though. The Rice, Alonzo, and Esther. It's a beautiful headstone. Figure we can go this way first because it's kind of some newer graves and some older graves, and then it gets into newer graves back there. But Sally, and squirrels are currently throwing acorns at me. What the heck, squirrels? Oh, this one's got a picture. John Raymond. So yeah, like some of these are relatively new. Once you get up towards the front, then that's when the older burials are. This is a relatively large open space. Just in the middle, huh? It's your classic Iowa cemetery. They're either on top of a hill or they're big like this and they're just all kinds of hills. Or at least this part of Iowa. Yeah, a lot of these are kind of mixed from the 20s to now. Was that 1909? Olive? Tipton. The tree is just taken over. But there's one headstone over here I want to see you guys, or show you guys, It's pretty cool. Well, that one's interesting. Oh, 1890 and 1909 or 1999? I don't know. Deacon's doing really good. Oh, no worries, Denise. Welcome. Trying to read what the date is at. It is 1999. Clay and Myrna. Here we got the 1970s, 1940. How are you doing, Denise? Other than cleaning bugs off of the car. Lincoln. Fitzgibbons. We have some of the coolest names. Every time I come to a cemetery, there's like different new names, and they're always so cool. I think I went the wrong direction though for that headstone I was looking for. Well, there is a headstone over here from 1919. Okay. Max Mill Iron. Max Mill Iron. 1912 to 1919. So he only lived to be 7. Most of these graves though are newer, from like the 30s to now. There's Elizabeth, 1877 to 1952. Guessing that might be his mother? No, because yeah, maybe, yeah. Yeah, 'cause that's 1988. So yeah, a lot of these are newer, from like the 1930s to now. It is perfect weather. I was wearing a jacket earlier and then had to take it off. I've noticed too, there's a lot like this where they're husband and wife graves, but either the husband or the wife isn't buried here. I found one, he was born in 1925, and either he's not buried here or he's still alive, which would mean he's 100. But yeah, a lot of these are newer. Oh, no worries, Kim. I hope you're doing well. I think I went the wrong direction to show you guys the headstone that I found. That was pretty cool. Oh yeah, and I was gonna say, Marilyn, if you see your family members, let us know if you don't mind, and I'll, yeah, pay my respects. We got a couple here, I guess, that are from 1916. So there are a few over here that are older. Maybe that headstone's up here. I'm already lost. It's not that big of a place. Huh. 1912. Hi, Mahmoud. Okay, so some of these are older. Oh, there's a headstone. I found it. Pomeroy. My cousin played in that band, or he was friends with the band Pomeroy from Red Oak. Oh, here's a one with a picture. I like the ones with pictures. Curtis, Russell, and Aline. This one still has the new, or the one you get from the funeral home. Age 76. Died in 2021. They haven't gotten a headstone yet. Alright, so Haven and Good. I will keep an eye out. Let's see. But yeah, this is the headstone this is one of the more interesting ones. It's Herr Root in Cristo. Augusti Reichow. 1852 to 1904. But it's all metal. In fact, we're gonna do this. Maybe, and oh, here, actually I'll flip you around. Maybe. There we go. So yeah, this headstone is pretty cool. I don't know if this goes on the top. It doesn't look like it. Or if this goes... It broke off somewhere. But yeah, I've never seen a headstone like this. It's cast iron. And it's old, it's like rusting out. And it has screws, like big old screws on it. It's kind of cool. I've never seen one like that. I don't know, I think it's cast iron. Guess it could be white metal. Yeah. It's old. Oh, we'll see if Auguste wants to talk to us. 114. Auguste, are you here with me right now? It's a very fancy headstone you have. I really enjoy it. I like it. I'm wondering though where this piece goes. It's got a thing where you can put like a flower in it, but Does it go on front? Doesn't look like it. It doesn't go on top because there's no... Maybe it does? Someone has resoldered it. Huh.
After that, in public, injected direct. No, that's expensive. It'd be
I think I said expensive. Wait, it goes right here. Okay. So it goes right there like that. Interesting. I wonder if there was a second one? No, just that one. Okay. That's kind of cool. Oh, respectful of the headstones? Yeah. Some of them I want to come out here and like fix. They're kind of broken. Okay, the white ones. Oh, then there is one. We'll go that way after this. Okay, I'll have to check it out, Kim. I don't know if I've been to that one or not. Maybe? I don't remember a totem pole though. I'll have to look.
home.
Home? Did you live in, well, it would have been called Coonsville. Did you live in Coonsville long? Here, or August?
Mike had registered for other auto. Not understand also. Important for you the maintenance. To Chicago to take money. How can you addressing hey, the question favorite here.
Well, sleep well and rest in peace. We're gonna head down this way. I think it said okay. Okay, well, let's head back this way though. I think there is one that is white metal over here then. You explain it that way. I figured we can head this way anyways, kind of, they get older as we go this way, but yeah, this is the back end of the cemetery. And we'll head this way. If anybody wants to say hi, just say hey over the radio.
Right in. Standard.com. Overall, the more important
This one's pretty cool. Oh, thank you, Chris. Big old rock. Thank you so much, Chris. Somehow Prism got messed up and I don't have my notifications set up yet. I didn't have time. So it won't say anything, unfortunately. But thank you, Chris. Thank you for the $2 or £2. Yeah, I need to like find a different app to do live streams from my phone because Prism has gone greedy, I guess you could say.
The back door. Sells no gimmick. Relationships is a Iowa charge to any without two identity theft. Call 888 the guy do much
Yeah, that's kind of, I'm like turned around now. Let's test the EMF over here actually. Now that I think about it, let's see if it's weird over here too. A little bit. Interesting. I don't know why we're getting such high EMF readings in this cemetery. I don't have anything on me that would be... Like, there's no power lines or anything. I don't know. That is very interesting, though. I wonder if that'll have an effect on what we pick up and what we kind of like sense. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep heading this way. We'll see if I can remember where that, I'm guessing it's the white iron headstone is. It might be back up there by the car. We got a ways to walk though, so yeah. We'll walk around this way. Yeah, I think it is up over here. We're kind of back where we started. Oop. Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay. Whoa, sorry. Here, I'm going to flip you guys back around and then we'll head over to that one. Okay. So yeah, the one that I'm guessing is white metal is that one right there in the middle of the screen. That's a good idea, Marilyn. I might do that right here then. Let's see. I'll flip you back around. This is the one I'm talking about though. But we'll flip you back. Doop. And we'll set you down right here. Okay, so this one is, yeah. Blackmar. This one's metal. But you can see their old headstones are all kind of collapsed. Someone put this one here. This is 1893, 1882, and 1866. I wonder if there's one on that side. 1854. Wow, Miss Blackmar was born in 1778. 1778 to 1854. And Mr. Black, he was 1810, so she was almost like 20, 30 years older than him. Those ones last forever? Yeah, this one, and it's newer because the original headstones are right here. They also have these little plaques that have all their initials. These are also white metal. All right, well here, we'll investigate the Blackmars maybe. I'll put it as a squirrel throws an acorn at me. Okay, so it is going off a little bit. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Okay. Now the Blackmar is here with me right now. That was kind of... They don't have the name, but oh, it is Sally. Sally, were you born in 1778? That was a long time ago.
Celebrating.
Yeah, it was. Okay. Where did you come from? Were you, like, what country are you originally from? Of the U.S.?
We know that definitely thing about to avoid Trump. It's a nice powerful. And also one pretty good. Moving to make back. Diversity in Christopher Luck. Alibi for the country. Come again.
Interesting. Blackmars, were you from Iowa or are you from somewhere else?
Destroyed. Taken. In number. Fighter jet. Professor Christopher region. Star second. World Series. Bomb. The Pentagon. Get struck by lightning. Jet. Notice the level. Truck seat.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear that very well. If you can, hopefully you can, but interesting. Still confused why we're getting EMF. Okay, if I put it there, it doesn't go off. Well, the Blackmar, is there anyone else here? If you're here with me, can you touch that device on the headstone there? If you just touch it, it'll let me know you're here. Oh, did it just go off a little? I did notice though, it's like blocking the EMF. The headstone is, so. RA or DW, can you touch that device right there on your headstone? If you touch it, it'll light up. Was this town called Glenwood or Coonsville when you were alive?
Now, keep them in particular. Influencer, and every single one. Losing streak, actually. Mainland.
Mainland. I just saw a headstone over there that's kind of intriguing. Well, thank you, Blackmars. I will come back and visit another time. Yeah, we come away, it's... I have no idea what is making that. It goes down the closer I get to the phone. But I don't know why we are getting such high EMF. There's no power lines or anything. Huh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go, let's go check out this headstone over here. I saw one that it's kind of interesting. We'll flip you around. Whoop. Maybe. Let's see if you guys can notice it. The IN was not there when I first saw it. Cowardin. But there's one of my favorites. I like these headstones, the trees. Oh, this one's got a little Woodman of the World plaque. Charles Calvin Hoskins. Died in 1905. That's kind of cool how the blue's coming down. We have an old one here from 1881. I can't read the name on it though. Looks like maybe Bennett. We have Grays, Bannister, Terry, Harrison, Gleason, Loveland, 1874. Laura May Loveland. I did notice too, down here there's a couple broken ones. I'm fighting the urge to fix them, but I don't know where they go exactly. Harless, Blanche, Emma, Ernest. And Alita Way, 1960. Earl and Velma, 1940. Oh, and daughter of, okay. Oh, that's sad. They must have not had very good luck with having children. I apologize for that. Yeah. But down here, there are some broken headstones on the tree. Someone went in and broke it. Yeah, that's just disgusting. It's like, kids be kids, but respect the dead, man. These ones I don't think were broken on intentionally. It looks like they've just been, they're so old yeah. Because this one's from 1838, or is that 58? J.R. Botts. I don't know where he is. And then there's this one I can't read, other than Mary. But that one goes over here, I'm pretty sure. There's a, yeah. This is kind of a weird spot to put a grave though. It's like right on the edge of the hill. But there are some cool ones. There's a couple out here. But most of this field is just empty. At least as far as headstones. We have just 2 cement crosses that don't have any names anymore. They've worn off. Oh yeah, I've seen the death chairs. I think we sat in one in Council Bluffs. Oh, these do have RE 731 and EBFE 1921 maybe? Those are interesting headstones for sure. I think I do know what you're talking about, Kim. Yeah. That is cool. I'll have to come up and visit and see that someday. Here, I'm gonna flip you around. Let's do a little radio session right here. This one's intriguing. Looking around to see what else is here, but these two are kind of different. You don't see headstones that are just cement like this. Yeah, it's EBFE 1920. I think it's just 1920. It says something on the bottom, but I don't know what. Huh. And there is no EMF here now. I think we're getting blocked by the hill, so whatever the EMF is, it's coming from up there. Is that gonna stay? You don't see cement like that, headstones normally. That's kind of interesting. Well, RE or EB or EF, are you here? Can you tell me what your name is?
They've taken the ground. We'll get you luck out there. Put a bowl down. Live there. To me, they didn't.
Can you tell me what your first name is?
Paycheck that when I picked up 70,000. Go Korea. Catch up on some of the other. What's doing with these two teams later? Those numbers should be. DJ on the top.
RE, did you die in 1937?
We fly it. Their best to keep strong and show, but then very important. The return of knowledge. We're getting a return.
There's a little blip on the EMF meter. This is kind of interesting though. I just dawned on me. They're like from the Great Depression era. So I wonder if they just didn't have the money and they made the headstones out of cement.
Of course, with this. This is probably do you care?
Do you care? I do care. I want to know your story.
Because when you add and he said, there is a lot of great signs, but football on the internet. We're transmitting. We've got the evidence.
Can you tell me how you passed away?
And how to safe get ready. For the game. Most of them was but I think there's cars that deal with people who are safe. You gotta no signs.
They're passed away. Maybe they just passed away from old age? Interesting. Right? I love checking it out too. I need to get the app and kind of research some of the people here and how they passed away. I've been watching, I don't know if you guys watch a guy named Lamont. He does a YouTube channel. It's Lamont at Large, and then he has Fascinating Cemeteries. Two channels that I love watching. But he just goes around the country to different cemeteries and he'll look up how people passed and then tell their story and kind of just show you their graves. It's kind of interesting. But it makes me now want to like look up stories of the people here. Got to Edinburgh and put 36 flowers on stones there. I put a tractor in an 8-year-old grave. It's not there anymore. Yeah, they usually clean them up after a bit. speaking of, we're gonna head up that way, and you'll see where they've built kind of a, I don't even know what to call it, but a place to put all the old flowers and stuff. Well, thank you, RE, EB, and EF. I hope you guys are resting in peace.
Conversation with there, and I have nothing. And then also,
we are getting a little bit of a blip on the EMF. That's kind of interesting. It wasn't going off that whole time, and now it's kind of... Well, I'll give you one more chance to tell me what your first name is.
You got to identify P8. They have a grooving. The cat. Thick skin. The 80s.
I don't know. I heard identify, but okay. Well, thank you. I'll be back to visit. I live in town, so I'll come and visit you guys again. It is kind of crazy, though. I'm going to flip you back around and look at this. This is cool. I don't know if they just have it for, like, space for future burials or what. But it's like 80% of the cemetery is just empty. Like, it goes all the way up there, and then it goes all the way up over there. But the whole, like, middle is empty. I've never seen anything like that. Okay, well, let's head back, or head up here, and I'll show you what I was talking about. Up the hill. So yeah, you got this giant thing that is relatively new. Full of all the flowers. I'm guessing from Labor Day. But yeah. And this is interesting too, because it's like just a big old open spot. I don't know if it's because it's a dip in the ground, maybe they don't bury. I have no idea. It's interesting though. I don't... Piat, 1914. And Jacob Sweetwood. Huh. But as we get up here, these are when we get to the old graves. Huh, that's an interesting, okay. Stanley, our children, Christina, Brian, Kelly, Lisa, Kim, and Kara. Okay, so it's just their children's names, and they're not buried here. I was like, holy cow. So Betty's still alive, and James is passed. But some of these, like, I want to go get the cement or the plaster or whatever to fix and just fix those. But here we go. Up here are the old graves, like I was saying. Some of these headstones, though, are new. That is a good point, Marilyn. They could be there, just no headstones. I wonder if they maybe got washed out. We have like the Neebs family here that they have the old original headstones still, but they've gotten a new one. Some of these, though, are so old you're going to need to make rubbings to even be able to read them. Right? We could spend a month fixing it. I do follow a group on Facebook. That's what they do. They go around and fix headstones. 1891, Lucy, widow or wife? Does that say widow? Yeah, widow of Reverend S.S. Williams, Lucy A. Williams. Interesting. But some of these up here are pretty old. Like they have the original stonemason of Glenwood. Huck's grave. Eddie and I want to say Maddie Anderson. Some of these are pretty cool. They get pretty tall over here. Like Mills, William Mills. Phipps. Ooh, Julius Geyer, 1927. Mother, Father, and Julius. E.R.S. Woodrow, 1896. This one's pretty big and fancy. Joseph Hitchman and Nancy Hitchman, 1907 and 1902. Yeah, some of these are pretty fancy. This one's interesting. It's another just cement cover that's beyond legible anymore, but before we go that way, though, I want to go back over here and show you guys this headstone that I saw over here. Somewhere over here. Some of these are pretty new. But I saw this one at first. And it says mother on it, and that's it. Well, the front's too far covered in moss to read at the moment, but... So I came over to look at this one, and then I read this. In memory of Peter Cooper, pioneer, sky pilot, missionary, quarryman, contractor, stonecutter, founder of Glenwood Granite Works in 1858. A man among men. In the covered wagon days. It's pretty cool. Ola Lova, daughter of Delschmidt, WC and SE. Sarah E. She only lived to be 35. And William lived to be 86. So his wife died when she was 35 and he lived to be 86. So she died in 1885 and he lived till 1930. Stone brand. The Wheelers. Aw. Okay. Hold on, we gotta fix it. Which means I gotta put this down. Right, that is a good one to look up the history of. That one's pretty cool. Oh my goodness. We're flipping you around. I gotta pick up these at least, because they got knocked over. I don't know. Got broken. There we go. Angel Lamore died in 2016. That's a nice one too. It's got a picture. Let's flip you around here. So yeah, some of these over here are relatively new. Lyon. Mary and Nellie Lyon. Yeah, they keep the grass cut. They just cut it recently. They do take care of the grass, that's for sure. Then I always see, because the main office is up there, and I always see cars parked there, so they are taking care of the cemetery. They just need, yeah. Maybe they'll let us come in and fix some headstones. Oh, that's a cool last name. Maggie Skilcorn. 1946. We have Grover and Grace. McKilwaite. And Stone, I like that. And then they got Richard, Mary, and Emma. Emma lived from 1863 to 1878. That's a last name. Stone. Yeah, they might if I ask. Can always just ask for forgiveness. No, I'm just kidding. Can't be mad if I'm fixing them, right? Gilliard. Right in the very front, George Gilliard. He died in 1891 at 70 years old. That would be a way to get in trouble, though. They come and ask, "What are you doing, sir?" "I'm fixing headstones." Here you go. No planting. But yeah, they're removed on mowing days, so that's what that all was. That one's interesting. So why are the Miller's headstone, why is it that way? Yeah, it doesn't say no fixing. Yeah. I wonder if someone ran into that. Because all the other ones are like perfectly in a straight line, and then Miller's is just kind of not. I like this one though. We got the Jones, yeah, Jones. And then they have the matching father and mother tree trunk headstones. I wonder, maybe, yeah, maybe there was a tree here. Could have been. I mean, this is all Miller's. So that's the Miller family. But then their big headstone is over here. A lot of them died, though, before 1920. We have 1920, 1889, 1911, 1878, 1909, and 1905. So these headstones are relatively new. Oh, they keep trying to pry her picture out and steal her vase. Yeah, 6 people just got arrested. Here, I'll flip you around and we'll tell you the story. Kind of back here where it's quieter and there aren't as many cars. But yeah, recently, like in the last couple weeks, I want to say 6 people got arrested from the Omaha cemeteries. One of them, I think, was from Glenwood. Or maybe Bellevue, but yeah. Like 6 people just got arrested for stealing the brass and but the vases, the ones that you could flip into the headstone, they were stealing them and they all got arrested, thankfully, but they were taking them in for scrap. So yeah, that was big news kind of in this area. That I don't know, I mean, they were just bringing them in and selling them for scrap, but that's not cool. I don't know what is the deal with, I mean, well, it's probably people with drug problems trying to get money for their drugs. But it's like, man, respect the dead, don't deface headstones. Dr. I.E. Noon. Is that a 4? It almost says, it says 11. How do you become a doctor at 11 years old? Or is that 41? No, I guess it might be 4. Does it show up on... The Dr. Noon died at 41, was a doctor. Maybe? Yeah, they took about 800 vases. Yeah, they went ham and took like a ton. Okay, 41, yeah. Because I was looking at that says 4 days. So 41 in 4 days. So he died 4 days after his 41st birthday. Man. $1898. Luby. That's an interesting name. Anna and Clarence Luby. Oh, and we got Lawrence Luby, Nebraska, in Vietnam. He must have passed away in Vietnam. Rasky. Some of these are pretty crazy though. There's one of the original plot markers, or row markers. 2002, but we're like right on the corner. And that looks like yeah, someone's backyard is right there. Okay. Elizabeth Chalkate, 1918. And Wayne. Richard, Nancy. Well, we'll see if I can get some radio here. It's kind of noisy with the cars, but different name, right? Yeah, Luby. I like that. You always find some of the most interesting names. Okay. Hey, there's Estus. Sorry, I just looked up. Wonder if they're related to Richard. Hello everyone, if you're here, can you tell me what your name is? My name is Travis.
If that's about how your FG games are weak. Win-win.
I heard Mike. I don't see any Mikes though. That's kind of a newer name, wouldn't it be? Martha. Can you tell me what your last name is?
You don't have a current term. With group support, they don't have to necessarily are taking about the
I just realized too, there's another skill corn. So there was a skill corn over there, and then there's skill corns right here.
Getting somebody out to TV workout today. 25, right? Fortunately, so in one day.
Was there anything you'd like to tell me? Can you tell me where you're from originally, or were you born here?
She's at 34.50 per month. She's for their life. YouTube TV. And it's always I prefer not.
I prefer not. Okay. I don't know. Let's walk over here. I've noticed there's some really old headstones in this tree. Oh my God, there is a Richard. Richard Estus is buried here. 1952. I'll have to take a picture of that, send it to Richard. Richard Estus. We figured it out. Richard's from Glenwood, not Europe or the UK. Solomon Shanks. Yeah. It's just funny because it's Estus. We got Estus. The Estus method. We got Solomon Shanks and Wilsey Shanks and Anna. And Jamina. Oh, sorry, I'm like not even showing you. That's an interesting headstone though. Well, I'm thinking, yeah, Estus method. I mean, we're using a radio too. Whoever carved that one deep. I like it. I'm guessing. Yeah. So here's their original headstones. They've got a tree now. Gnu. Clyde Irene Harriet Gnu. Yeah, I think it's newer. A lot of these are from like the late 1800s, early 1900s. So all these headstones are pretty new, which is good to see. Like it means that somebody put new headstones here. But I think these might be notable people from town. Buffington. Here, I'm gonna flip you guys around. We'll walk that way, get away from this road so we can actually hear a little better. Yeah, because like a lot of these are, I mean, 1901. So they've had newer headstones. I mean, that one's an older original one, probably. Rowe, Philip Rowe, 1888. So I think these might just be like the more notable people in town, which is cool. That's an interesting one. Well, if anybody would like to say hi to me, I'm going to turn this radio on. All you got to do is say hey or stop or whatever else. That one's cool. Yeah, they did make them better back then. Well, they made them bigger, so it takes longer for them to wear down, I guess, right? Yeah. This one's cool though. Nutting. Look what someone did here. They took the old original headstone and put it in a cement one. It's like 1893. It's Celeste nutting. I love that too. That is pretty cool. Whoever did that, good job. Celestine Nutty, are you here? I think it just said creepy. I like your headstone. I like that though, how they did that. Never seen anybody or any headstones like that before. Oh, Esther Louise, born October 3rd, 1900, died October 6th, 1900. So Esther only lived for 3 days. And I don't see any other Coles around here, so her parents must not be buried in this area. That's the year my house was built. Oh, we have Fickle. I wonder if the Fickles were fickle. You guys probably heard that all the time. You're still getting annoyed after death by some random dude walking through the cemetery saying, I wonder if the Fickles were fickle. Ooh. Still wagon. David and Sarah Stillwagon, 1898 and 1910. Oh, and this one, Charles and Ophelia Epperson. One died May 14th, 1910, and the other died May 8th, 1910. I wonder if they had got sick, maybe? Charles and Ophelia Epperson. Right, yeah, someone cared about their loved ones for sure. I think too that they may have been just put in by, I don't know who. Maybe not just family, but yeah. Because some of these, like that one, I don't know if they had family. Well, they probably did, but they both died about 40 years old. This one's cool. Hubble. Mary, Charlie, Gertrude, Helen, and Leroy. Hubble. Oh yeah, 1910 was when Spanish flu. Good call, Denise. I wonder if they died from Spanish flu then. Very likely. Let's see if we can maybe ask. Let's see. I'll just set you here. Is that going to stay? No, I'm going to flip it around. Otherwise, I'm going to drop it and then we're going to be all over the place. I'm wondering though, yeah. Well, Charles and Ophelia, did you get the Spanish flu?
On the street. It's their jersey retired. Keep it clean. Had to wait these days.
Charles, my name is Travis. I'm here to kind of learn about you. Did you die from the Spanish flu? Did you get sick?
Yeah, it's still. Chains are coated. Unless
Almost sounded like it said yes right when I turned it up. Heard times were dangerous. Okay. I don't know if you'll be able to see this because it's pretty sunny, but it's also just going on. Like, yeah, no, it's not gonna stay. It's full maxed out red though. I don't know what is causing all the EMF. Well, did you die by sickness or did you get killed by somebody?
I'm on this 1 month.
1 month. Weird, right? I don't know what's going on. It's kind of interesting though. Like, is it affecting things? Well, Eppersons, did you guys live in Coonsville long, or Glenwood?
Weeks in the NFL. This was it. That's why you're discovering. Oh, this. That's right. One with green. Oh wait, hold on. Name shows up. This it's on. Offers. Yeah, that's why. That was me. Take this vessel. That's okay. Body paint further. Can you imagine?
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear much there, but. Happy Saturday, Yvette. How are you? We're going through the Glenwood Cemetery right now, just kind of looking around and seeing what we can find. I mean, she died also in 1910. Yeah, this one's interesting. So we have Doane, that's their last name. We have Odin or Oren. Oh, I gotta angle it up. Oren and Marguerite. But if you look at the dates, Oren died in 1896. Marguerite died in 1932. She must have gotten remarried. It says Marguerite, wife of Fred Whipple. So she remarried to Fred Whipple. But it makes me wonder, is she buried here with Oren? Or is she buried with Fred Whipple? Guess we could try asking, right? Oren or Marguerite, is Marguerite buried here or is it just Oren?
$3 years. Up to our base. If it's true.
Marguerite, are you here?
Here's to one. Deep in the middle of all. And when you think like that, 9-1.
Well, Oren, do you know where Fred Whipple is, Marguerite or Oren?
So this whole the people are struggling. If you're free data, comes to us from 695 sometimes.
It makes me wonder though if Fred Whipple's buried here, and if that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, if there's a Whipple nearby. I haven't seen one or seen any Whipples, but I'm wondering if he is here and if Marguerite's buried with him or buried here. So many questions. Yeah, we got Archibald, Burgess, Morris, Shipley, Brown, Lloyd. There's no Whipples around. Oh, as I'm pointing down at the ground. Sranthan. So dad lived to 1927, mother lived to 1962. She lived 40 years longer than her husband. Maggie and Charles. Oh, that's a cool name. We got Guy Henry Stone. 1881 to 1904. Guy, are you here? I'm just here to say hello. 75. So wives were usually buried with their first husband. Okay. Interesting. What if your first husband was like a bastard and he didn't like it? Kind of scanning to see if there's any interesting, like super interesting graves. I did see this. Polly Borens. Or Robbins? No, Polly Robbins. That's all it says. It doesn't have a date. But there's no other Robin. Oh, I guess it is. Robinson. Okay, so Polly Robinson. We have Sinclair, Ella, Marion, Scott, or I. Scott, Lewis Scott, Robinson III, Philomena. Okay. Sorry, I'm like, that's why I flip you guys around, because I'm like carrying it and you're just staring at the ground. Here, I'll flip you around. Mulika. That's an interesting name. J.E. and Mary Henry. Henry only lived to be, what, 88 to 92? Yeah, Henry was little. And then we have a soldier from World War II. He died in 2000. The Bogarts. Brainerd, 1894. This one's cool. Like, it looks like it's one of the original fence posts, or at least an old fence post. Groom, 1896. Sergeant. Van Buskirk. One of the Bogarts was 102 when she died. Nell. Wow. She was bogarting for... No. Sorry, I'm just joking. We didn't head all the way up there. Let's head up this way. Laura and Tho Smitten. 1896. A lot of the graves, it seemed like people died a lot in the 1800s in December, and I'm wondering if it's just because it was so cold. That's a cool last name. Moon. 1909 and 1905. Emma and Thomas Moon. See, that's an old one. Jane Guilford. 1833. Died 1877, it looks like. Born in Girard, Pennsylvania. Died at Omaha, Nebraska in 1892. So if he died in Omaha, why is he over here? Because he's the only Guilford. Interesting. Oh. I've noticed though, there's a lot like this. Emma and Anne. 1915, and then there's the old, so the original one's gone and they've replaced it with a newer headstone. But all of these ones are new headstones, but they're from 1800s or 1905, 1915. So I'm guessing they do pay for, or just replace headstones once they get too old or broken. So that's good to see, like that one. Dupree. Alright, well, we'll head up here and just check out the flags and whatnot. It's a pretty large cemetery. It's curious too, because like back in the day, this town was called Coonsville, and it was mostly Mormons. But then the Mormons were driven out, basically. The family of Seth Dean. But the Mormons were driven out, and they went to Salt Lake City. And then Reverend Glenwood, I think he was Presbyterian, took over basically and changed the name to Glenwood. So if my memory is correct. Jones. These ones are old. That one in the back right there is pretty cool. That one's old right there. Can we read it? Lou, 1885 or something, I think. Yeah, some of these ones up here are pretty old. That Dean has a long bio on Find a Grave. Awesome. I'm gonna have to like get that so I can actually look that up while we walk through. So Woodrow's. Edwin, father, mother. Some of these are pretty old. Like that is an old headstone. And a lot of these here are really some of the original headstones. These must be some of the original headstones. 1869, 1875. Oh, actually, this one's... There's a Freemason. From 1887 or 1857. Right? These are super old. Hi, Jason. How are you doing today? Margaret, 1862. Pretty fancy. She's got the Holy Bible on the headstone. Oh, that's an interesting one. Here you go. Louisa Woodruff, Army nurse. But an Army nurse that died in 1864. So 1810 to 1864. She was an Army nurse in 1863. So did she die in the Army? Contract nurse, U.S. Army. That's interesting right there. I'm guessing maybe Civil War. What war went on in 1863, 1864? Looks like Louise Woodruff died in that war, though. at 54 years old. Interesting. Yeah, we got a lot of older ones. What's her last name? Woodruff. So yeah, Woodruff. Louisa E. Woodruff. Here's her original. Oh, sorry. There's her original headstone. I like looking at old stones and imagining what their lives was like back then, right? I do too. Is there a Gar medal by her stone? There's a Daniel C. So that'd be Civil War. That's pretty crazy then. And we have Margaret, Wallace, and Lizzie Tubbs, and Briggs. So no. So Louisa Woodruff was a nurse in the Civil War, and she looks like she died in the Civil War. Cummins. Oh, I keep kicking the tripod. I apologize. Aurelia Sherman, 1900. Eating some sweet and sour chicken for lunch, I think. Looks like it may be missing. It was standing up by her stone on the website. Oh, really? Well, let me go. Well, I wonder if it's right here then, because here's Louisa, and then there's just an empty spot. Because, yeah, there was... Unless he's over here. These are old. Genema? Those I can't read, but... don't look like metal. Then we got Henry Moore. Henry Moore was a Civil War soldier. I just noticed that, yeah, all these are 1860s. These must have been soldiers or people that passed away in the Civil War. Maybe? Huh. I would try the radio. I don't know if you'll be able to hear though. This is a different one. I haven't seen any vaults like this. Rachel Ann, and then we have Isaiah Bennett, 1855. I like the tree. Oh, she died 5 months after she left. Her muster out paper is on her page. Interesting. That's crazy. So survive the Civil War and then die 5 months after you get out. Russell. Russell is a Freemason. Joseph Russell. And Lucy. Joseph and Lucy. Yeah, that's an old one. I don't even know what that says anymore. It's got Rebecca and I don't know. But the Coolidge. Kate. These might be the people that owned my house and originally built my house. Are related to that, yeah. But 1870, 1875? Sent you. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Denise. I'll definitely look that up because that's interesting. Okay, well, let's head over here. I'm at 30%. So. Oh, that one just caught my eye. Our little Willie. Willie Davis. 1919 to 1920. So that grave's been there since before in the 1920s. That's, yeah. I wanted to come up here though and look at this. That's pretty cool. So the American soldiers of all wars. Yeah, no, we're at, yeah, Glenwood. There's 8 Coolidges listed. Alright, I'll have to look it up because I forget all of a sudden, but I do have a picture in my phone, but I'm currently live streaming, so I can't look at it, of the graves of the people that owned our house. That one's cool. It's got a shell on the top. Wonder how long that's been there. But this is pretty cool. They have this all set up for the soldiers. Now these ones are all look to be from, yeah, pre-1920. Yeah, 1940, 1998. Okay, so there's new and older graves here. So yeah, a lot of these look newer then. But as you can see, it goes all over there. That's the main office. So a lot of these are from, yeah, the 50s to now. So I'm guessing, yeah, that's the original cemetery. And then they expanded that way. And then recently from the 1950s, they've come this way and gone that way. But they didn't go down there, which is interesting. Because a lot of these, yeah, I don't see anything older than like 1920. And all those there are super new, like recent. These are all, yeah. Half of these aren't passed away yet. We have Hendrix. Oh, Connor Bishop died in 2022. Born and died April to May. Only lived a few days. Yeah, a lot of these are in the last like 10 years, or they haven't passed yet. It's a nice field. It's just crazy there's no graves down there. Right? It is. It's big. And it's, like I said, 80% of it is just this. It's an empty field. It's very interesting. We'll head back this way. How long have we been going? Hour and 51? Yeah, prepared for the future is right. I mean, look, there's a road and then it's just empty. For a second I thought that said 2030. I was like, Joanne Jacobson's not dead yet. She dies in 2030, but yeah. That is pretty cool. But yeah, here's one of the vases. That one's got stuff in it currently. So they were stealing those. And that flips upside down when there's no flowers in it. They were in that one cemetery and I was trying to figure out what they were, and then yeah, we learned what they were. Right? Pick your day. She knew something that we don't know. She knows what day she's gonna die. Yeah, a lot of these though, they haven't, yeah, the Howeries, they haven't passed yet, so I'm not, out of respect, I kind of don't want to be paranormal investigating in the graves of people that are still alive. Sandra Lee Lundvall, RN. But, and also because they still are more likely to have living family members and they might watch this video, and I don't want to disrespect them with that. Yeah. Velma Johnson, 1911 to 1916. No. Yeah, that's why I tend to try and stick around in the older part of the graveyard. If we were just telling their story and walking around and looking, I would totally spend more time, but not when I'm doing a paranormal investigation type of deal. I don't want to do that. In the newer graves. Well, here we are back over here. That's kind of interesting though. Like, those still are getting to me. Those are the two cement crosses from the 30s. And I almost wonder if they did. It was just the Great Depression and they didn't have any money, so they were buried there at the bottom of the hill. Because, I mean, it's just open. There's a few graves here. There's one there and one there that look somewhat new. I better go check just to make sure. But otherwise, it's just empty. It's a steep hill right here, but... Oh, well, that one's missing its plaque entirely. Yeah, the name and everything's gone. That's sad. Oh, Vernon Boy, 1938. So this is a child's grave from 1938. Yeah, the office would definitely know, but there's no one there right now. They're closed. Is this another child's grave? No? James Pollard, 1944 to 1965. Oh, Nancy. Nancy Ann, daughter of James and Jessie Pollard. See, why are they out here by themselves? It always makes me wonder too if there's like paupers' graves or anything like unmarked graves somewhere in this area. Because we've got there's older graves here. So I'm guessing this was the end of the cemetery. And it went up there to the older part. And then they added that on after the 50s. And then, oh, her parents are buried in Osage, Iowa. James and Bessie Pollard. Huh. Well, she only lived to be 24, 25? So I wonder if something happened and then they moved. Well, rest in peace, Nancy. We're going to walk up this way then and then head back to the car, and I just want to look over here by these. We have Elizabeth Cloud and Mary Eleanor Robinson. And a squirrel. Hi, Mr. Squirrel. You can have your acorn. I'm not messing with you. I'm just looking at these. It's the Clouds. Oh, the Clouds and Frank Robinson. Frank's over here by himself too. But I've noticed like a lot of these over here, you can tell they got washed out. Whoa, look at that. Oh. It's a swallowtail butterfly just kind of hanging out. Is it? Yeah, it's still alive. Just warming up or passing away because it's getting cold out. Yeah, like that's old. 81. Maxine Kilmon, 1917. And Alan Kilmon, 1966. Can you imagine that? Your wife Maxine dies in 1917 and you live until 1966. Almost 50 years. Oh, I'm sorry, Mamad. Yeah, she has FOMO. She doesn't want to go lay down because she might miss something. But I'm wondering, there's got to be graves here that don't have a headstone anymore, because there's this that just, oh, Father, but then nothing else. So I'm wondering if there are graves here, they're just not marked anymore. Let me clean this off. Can't really read it. Looks like maybe 1912. Oh. Yeah, we're ghost hunting and squirrel hunting. The hill back there maybe from the school. No, because the thing about the asylum, if that's what you mean, that's way over that way. And the asylum and the town were completely separate until the 1960s. Like they purposely wouldn't let anybody in town come to the town, or yeah, they didn't intermingle at all until 1960. Oh, she was at the school. Huh. So we have a lot of older graves here mixed with newer graves. Is that Katie Dottie? Katie Dottie died 1889. And then we have Abby, Katie Dottie. I can't read the other ones. Maybe Henry Dottie. And some more. Wonder if those are Civil War as well. Yep, Iowa Infantry. So this is more Civil War graves. Yeah, this section here must be Civil War graves. Yeah, I'm wondering. There probably is more. So this section looks like, yeah, it's mostly Civil War soldiers from the Iowa Infantry. Should have been mostly Union soldiers. Klingersmith. Sarah and John. Okay, well, this was nice though. I think I'm gonna end here. We went for 2 hours, which is quite a bit longer than normal. So, I'll set you down here. Oh, maybe. There we go. There we go. Oh, but yeah. That was fun. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. We haven't done a cemetery walk around in a long time. So yeah. That was fun though. That was really cool. It is a cool place, and we'll definitely be back because this is like literally my backyard cemetery. I'm literally a block away, so. You too, Marilyn. We're heading out too. Thank you so much. But yeah, we'll see you later, Jason. Yeah, I want to thank you guys though for joining me. This has been Glenwood Cemetery. Pretty cool cemetery, I'm not gonna lie. They're all different. Like every single one I go to is different. So it's kind of nice just to look around. We'll do a lot more research though. Maybe I'll find some stories about the people buried here, and then we can tell their story on the next stream that we visit here. But yeah, I will be back definitely on Wednesday. Probably sooner than that as well, after 8 p.m. But we'll be back very, very soon. I want to say, keep a hold of your turtle heads. I will see you guys soon. I love you. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I'm going to go head home and eat some lunch. You made me hungry. But no worries, Jason. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow or not. But you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy this awesome weather. It is like perfect out right now. And we'll see you very, very soon. Till then, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Go check out all my other videos. I got a ton, over 600 videos. There's a link down below to our website if you want to check out that. I've got some radios coming very, very soon. You can check out all my paranormal equipment. You can get a tarot reading from Mahmoud. Other than that, we'll see you very, very soon. Thank you so much. Peace. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.